Ciao ragazzi, Lordteox here and welcome to another Genshin Impact video. A few days ago we added the new 1.4 patch live stream with so many exciting news, new bosses, new story, new events, mini games and a lot of good rewards. But most of all guys, we had the new character Rosaria and the 2 rerun banners. Finally my Venti is back and I would really love to bring it home right away. And we also had a very surprising Child rerun banners. So today guys, I wanted to talk about everything you will need to have in order to level up all these 3 characters, all the best location, spot for farming all these materials, and also tips on which character you should focus depending on your account. Let's go! I really wanted to post this video out as soon as I can guys, so in this way for the next 10-12 days you know where you should focus your reasons and your time. So all the materials I will take in consideration with this guide now are the materials you need to bring your character to level 0 to 80 and all the talents at level 7 without doing any refresh of reasons whatsoever every day. But of course guys, you need to play every day because otherwise these things will never work. Regarding Rosaria guys, the information I will give you are the information you can find on this amazing website, which is, maybe you already know, which is Honey Impact. I will leave you the link down below in the description. And I will say this is the only one that maybe can be subject to change. But to be honest with you, what's happened to the past month with the other character, I don't think we'll have any problem whatsoever about Rosaria. Let's start with the basics guys. To level up your character you will need at least 1.5 million Mora and 170 euros wheat. There are a lot of ways to get Mora in the game, even if it's, I would say, never enough. The easiest one is to do all the story quests so far available in the game, all the daily quests, clear the spiral abyss every time is reset, exchanging all the Anemo and Geo sigils you find in the game for, of course, some more, the battle pass, and since we are talking about the battle pass guys, please don't forget to do the 3 requests and the 3 bounties, because even if your battle pass is already level 50, every time you do it, you're still gonna get Mora, and we know it's very important, and they're super easy, super fast to do it, so please don't forget about this. Those are very simple, they're very basics, and I'm pretty sure that everybody already know about that, but especially they don't require any reasons. Do the ley line to farm Mora is what you have to do left after all this raising free activity. But I normally start thinking about Mora really at the end, I will say 2 to 3 days before the release of the character, because all the things I'm gonna explain to you now and all the things you normally do in the game for level up the character, they will give us Mora in the meantime. Let's start with all the free reasons farm, which doesn't really require a lot of your time guys, but is it really important that you do it every day or as soon as available. So with the farm route I will show you up there, you will be able to farm Mora, recruits Insignia and Slime. So all of these 3 materials, of course Mora, but all of these, I would say 2 materials are the materials you need for level up those 3 characters, in case you, I would say, you want to wish for all of them. So by doing this for the next 10-13 days, and this also from the news we heard is when the first banner will be out, you will have enough level up materials for all of the 3 characters. The drop I have here guys though are based on my stats, which is like adventure rank level 55. So you really need to take in consideration this if you have a lower adventure rank, because the drop of course will not necessarily be the same, so you need to do it. I will still recommend to do this route, but maybe you need to also add some other free reasons activity because the drop maybe will not be enough. Okay, so in this case, guys, you will need 36 gray, 96 green, and 12 blue. So this is all the 3 reasons, guys, and I highly recommend you to do it, even if you're not, I will say, planning to wish for another character, because it's so good. You will get, by doing this for the next 10-13 days, around 50k of Mora at minimum, which is in 10-13 days, which is, I know it's not a lot, but to be honest, guys, it's completely free and it will require, I would say, 10-15 minutes of your time. So I think it's just a good things to do every time. The Geo-Bishop monster we have in this farming route is the one that will give you most of the Mora, 600. So this is every time you kill one. So if you wanna go a little bit further away from you with your farming route of the Mora, you can just check where is the Geo-Bishop on the adventure book, guys, and you can just kill all of them and you will get every time 600 Mora. One other important resins free activity you need to do, and will be every 48 hours, is to pick the 108, in this case will be Cecilia flowers, Valberry, and Starconch materials that all these 3 characters will need. So I will show you here in the map the best location where you can find them. In the meantime, I will highly recommend you to kill all the enemies you have on your way. So in this case, you will have more material upgrade for, in general, all the character, plus more and more Mora. Now we can talk about where you need to use your resins, guys, and during those days, I repeat, don't forget to do everything we said before every day. So the first things we can talk about are talent books. Rosaria and Venti, they share the same one, the Ballad books, and for Child we want the Freedoms books. So here is the location of the domain, and since the time I'm recording this, guys, is Sunday, I can already choose which one I want to farm. But remember, guys, during the week to, I would say, plan a little bit ahead with your, especially with your condensed resins, when is the next day where you need to farm it. So in this way you will be always ahead of the game. So let's put a better team here and I will show you the domain. Like every other character so far, you will need 9 green and 63 blue. So in this case, I recommend you to take at least 3 to 4 days of full resins every time the book is available and farm them. So with the drops rate, I have again adventure rank level 55. You should be fine with numbers and you should not have any problem. After we can talk about the Hipostasis and the Regisvine drop you need for this character, guys. So Venti needs the Hurricane Seeds from the Anemo Hipostasis, and I'm pretty sure that by now you know where you can find it. Ciao needs the Cleansing Heart from the Water Boss, the Oceanid, and Rosaria, guys, of course, is a cryo character, so Cleansing Heart from the cryo Regisvine. So every time you will need to farm at least 26 of those, and even if we're taking consideration that maybe you are like super unlucky and we have like the worst luck in the world, and so I would say at adventure rank 55 we will get just 2 every time we kill a boss. I would say you need at least 5 to 6 days of full resins for do this, so which is at the same time will allow you to have the right amount of chunks for level up the character. So far we have 8 to 9 days of full resins and a solid daily routine to do. So we got the slime, we got the insignia farm, we got the seeds, heart, core, we got our flowers, fruit, veggie, everything we need, guys, and our more is still growing every single day, and of course now we need the hero suite. So normally what I recommend to do in the last 2, 3, maybe 4 days is to farm the Blossom of Revelation and try to get at least 150 hero suite, which combined to the adventure experience you get at the same time will definitely be enough to level up your character from 0 to 80. So depending on the situation you will maybe need to farm also some more. So in the last 2 to 3 days, maybe 4, you need to adjust depending on your situation the farm and go for the hero suite or maybe the Mora. So guys, thanks to this, if you want to wish for one of these characters that you really want and you want to save a lot of Primogems, since thanks to this method I will say you don't need to use any refresh of resin whatsoever. You will have all the materials for level up your favorite character in the next 10, 13, maximum 14 days. So remember guys to focus just in the character you really want. So I know it's a gacha game and maybe you will not get her or him, but if you save a lot of Primogem, if you're very close to PT, if your 50% chance is there, it's definitely worth it, guys. So I would say 70% of what you're farming here and what we're doing here in this case, I would say in the case that everything goes wrong and you don't have neither like all the 3 characters, you will still be able to use in the other character that maybe you already have or you will have in the future, because I would say nothing is lost here. It's a game where you need to farm a lot, so doing this, guys, is definitely worth it in any case. Before I close, guys, I wanted to give you some tips about those 3 characters. So the best one in my personal opinion, guys, is Venti. Is such an OP character, is so good, the amazing crowd control, the damage, the ultimate. It's a very easy and solid character to build, and basically you can use it in every team you want to build in Genshin Impact. So if you already have a good DPS, if you already have 2 good DPS, but your team is missing, like I would say, some good reaction, rotation, burst, this is definitely the choice for you, and this is also my favorite choice and this is also my first choice. The second one, guys, goes to the 4-star Rosaria. So even if she's a 4-star compared to Childe and Venti, Rosaria, guys, can be an amazing DPS character, but also a huge burst for your entire team. So especially thanks to her ultimate, who will burst the critical rate of all of your party by 15% of the critical rate of Rosaria, like it's both very unique and can help your party deal an immense amount of damage, which means that I found like this character definitely more versatile and cheap to build for one way for the character, for the artifact, sorry guys, but at the same time, if we're talking about maybe possible constellation, is a 4-star compared to a 5-star, which we're gonna talk now. It's Tartaglia, which unfortunately is my last choice. I said unfortunately guys because I think the style and the design of Childe is really one of the best in the game. So Childe can be one of the best DPS in the game, but for me, for fully exploit this character, you will need a very high constellation, or at least constellation 1, which compared to the other also means spending more money. And the fact that Childe, like don't misunderstand me, that the fact that Childe guys can switch between melee stands and a range one is definitely cool. It is definitely what makes this character super interesting, but at the same time the cooldown, especially at 6-0, it's very hard to timing, it's very hard to use in the right way, it's not the easiest one, especially when we already also know that weapons like Sacrificial Bow doesn't really work for Childe, so also guys be aware of this. So I will say maybe yes, C1 Childe, it's definitely a good start, it's definitely a good choice if you want to go for it. Of course, Constellation 6 is amazing, nothing more to add, but since guys we are comparing those 3 characters, and like I said multiple times, unless you really need another main DPS, and also keep in mind that Childe will be a main DPS either character, I would definitely go for the other 2 choices first. Thank you so much for watching guys, I hope you found this video helpful, so let me know what you're thinking, and for any other question you have, just leave it down below in the comment and I will be more than happy to help you out. Like the video if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel guys if you want to show your support, and I'll see you next time. Ciao ciao!